Have you ever wondered how your favorite ice cream makes its way from the dairy farm to your freezer? It's not just about blending milk and sugar and calling it a day. There's a whole process, a cold and creamy journey involving massive machinery, high-tech processing zones, and intricate techniques to create the perfect scoop. If you think it's all done by hand, think again. We're taking you into the heart of a mega ice cream factory where machines churn out thousands of gallons of ice cream a day. Get ready to dive into a process as cool as the dessert itself. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of ice cream production, don't forget to hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing behind-the-scenes food processing videos. Let's rewind for a moment and look back at the origins of ice cream. Believe it or not, this frozen treat has a history as rich as its creamy texture. It's said that early forms of ice cream were enjoyed by the ancient Chinese and Persians, who mixed snow with fruit and honey. But it wasn't until much later, in the 18th century, that ice cream made its way to America, where it became a massive hit. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were among the first American fans of ice cream, and since then, it has been a staple dessert in homes across the U.S. Fast forward to today, and ice cream is an over $13 billion industry in the U.S. alone. But how does it go from a simple idea to a product that's mass-produced in factories? Let's break it down. The journey of ice cream begins far from the factory, in the green fields of dairy farms. Milk and cream are the foundational ingredients of any ice cream, and the U.S. has no shortage of fresh dairy products, with over 9 million dairy cows producing milk across the country. In an ice cream factory, this fresh milk is delivered daily, often within hours of being collected from the farms. Once the milk and cream arrive at the factory, they're stored in large, refrigerated tanks, ensuring they remain fresh until the production process begins. But ice cream isn't just milk and cream. It's also sugar, flavorings, and inclusions like chocolate chips or nuts. Factories often work with local suppliers to source high-quality ingredients. Whether it's vanilla from Madagascar, strawberries from California, or cacao from South America, these ingredients play a key role in the flavor and texture of the final product. As the ingredients arrive, they're checked for quality, ensuring everything meets strict food industry standards. Mixing the ingredients. Once the ingredients are sourced, it's time for them to come together. In the heart of the ice cream factory, massive mixers, far more powerful than your standard kitchen appliance, combine milk, cream, sugar, and other flavorings. These mixers are built for efficiency, churning out hundreds of gallons of ice cream base in minutes. It's a process that requires precision. Too much or too little of any ingredient could throw off the entire batch. Temperature control is crucial here. The mix has to stay between 36 degrees Fahrenheit and 40 degrees Fahrenheit to keep the dairy fat stable and ensure the sugar dissolves properly. Advanced machines ensure this delicate balance, blending the ingredients until they form a smooth, consistent base. Once the base is mixed, the magic of ice cream starts to unfold. But we're just getting started. Before any ice cream base can be turned into that delicious frozen treat, it must undergo pasteurization. This process ensures that harmful bacteria are eliminated without affecting the flavor of the ingredients. In this step, the mixture is heated to around 180 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 seconds, then rapidly cooled back down. Pasteurization is key to making sure your ice cream is safe to eat, adhering to strict FDA guidelines here in the U.S. This critical step protects consumers from any potential foodborne illnesses and keeps the ice cream fresh longer without the need for artificial preservatives. The next step in the process is homogenization. During this stage, the fat molecules in the mixture are broken down into smaller particles, ensuring the mixture has a uniform texture and flavor. If this step is skipped, the fat in the cream can separate, leading to an inconsistent product. Homogenization guarantees that every scoop of ice cream will have that smooth, rich texture we all love. In a factory, this is done using specialized machines that apply high pressure to the mix, forcing it through tiny valves that evenly distribute the fat molecules. This is a crucial moment. as it's where the creaminess of the ice cream is locked in. After the homogenization process, the mixture is sent to aging tanks where it rests for up to 24 hours. This might sound like a lazy step, but it's essential. Aging allows the flavors to meld together and the fat in the mix to crystallize, which gives the ice cream its perfect creamy consistency. The mixture is kept at a cool 40 degrees Fahrenheit during this period, and large stainless steel tanks help maintain the temperature to ensure the quality of the product. It's here where patience is key. Rushing this step could lead to a grainy texture in the final product. Once the base mix has aged, it's time to add the fun stuff. This is where the ice cream starts to take on its distinct personality, with flavorings like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or even more adventurous options like salted caramel or cookies and cream. Factories use giant vats of flavorings which are carefully measured and blended into the base mix. But it doesn't stop there. Inclusions, think chocolate chips, cookie dough, or nuts, are added at this stage, giving the ice cream its signature texture. Special machinery is used to evenly distribute these mix-ins so that every bite is packed with flavor. Now we're getting to the part where the mixture transforms from a creamy liquid to the ice cream we know and love. The mix is pumped into continuous freezers where it's churned and rapidly frozen. The temperature here drops to an icy -22 degrees Fahrenheit, and air is whipped into the mixture to give it that light, fluffy texture. Without this step, you'd end up with a rock-hard block of ice instead of creamy, scoopable ice cream. Factories use cutting-edge machines that can churn out thousands of gallons of ice cream in just a few hours. And the best part, you can create different textures of ice cream by controlling the amount of air mixed in. For example, premium ice creams have less air and a denser texture, while more budget-friendly versions have more air whipped in. Speaking of texture, what's your favorite type of ice cream? Do you prefer it dense and rich or light and fluffy? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe for more food factory breakdowns. Once the ice cream has been churned and frozen, it's ready to be packaged. Massive automated machines fill pint-sized containers, quarts, and even industrial-sized tubs with precision. These machines work fast. Factories can fill and package over 20,000 pints of ice cream per hour. The filled containers then pass through a metal detector to ensure no foreign objects made their way into the product during the process. Once cleared, the containers are sealed, labeled, and prepped for the next step in the journey. Although the ice cream is already frozen, it still needs to go through one more critical step: hardening. This is where blast freezers come into play. The filled containers are placed in these massive freezers where the temperature is dropped even further to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This locks in the ice cream's texture and ensures that it's fully solidified before hitting store shelves. Blast freezers work by blowing cold air across the ice cream containers at high speeds, rapidly dropping the temperature and ensuring that the ice cream doesn't develop any ice crystals, which can affect both taste and texture. Now that the ice cream is hardened and ready, it goes through rigorous quality control checks. Samples are taken from every batch to ensure that the flavor, texture, and overall quality meet the factory's high standards. Quality control teams test for things like consistency, sweetness, and the distribution of inclusions. Not only does the factory ensure the ice cream tastes great, but it also has to meet safety and regulatory standards. The FDA has strict guidelines for the production of ice cream, and these checks ensure that every pint is up to code. Once the ice cream has passed quality control, it's ready to be shipped. Trucks equipped with refrigeration units transport the ice cream to grocery stores, ice cream parlors, and restaurants all over the country. These trucks maintain the cold chain, keeping the ice cream frozen at all times to prevent it from melting or losing its texture. In recent years, many companies have also started focusing on sustainability in their shipping practices, using eco-friendly trucks and reducing carbon emissions wherever possible. And there you have it, the full journey of how ice cream is made, from fresh dairy on the farm to the final scoop in your cone. It's a complex process, but one that's worth it for that perfect creamy, sweet, and refreshing treat. Ferrero Rocher has perfected this experience for chocolate lovers around the globe, making it one of the most iconic and beloved confectioneries of all time. But have you ever wondered how millions of these delicious little spheres are produced with such impeccable consistency? What goes on behind the scenes to ensure that every Ferrero Rocher you unwrap offers the same irresistible taste and texture? In today's video, we'll take you on an exclusive journey into the world of Ferrero Rocher, uncovering the fascinating details of its large-scale production. From the selection of top-quality ingredients to the intricate packaging process, we'll reveal how cutting-edge technology, including artificial intelligence, AI, helps maintain the brand's high standards while producing millions of chocolates daily. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're excited to learn about the secrets behind your favorite chocolates. Turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the world of food production. First things first, before we get started on the production line, let's talk about the ingredients that make Ferrero Rocher so magical. Hazelnuts, milk chocolate, sugar, cocoa butter, low-fat cocoa powder, cocoa mass, skim milk powder, butter oil, lecithin, which is used as an emulsifier, vanillin, an artificial vanilla flavoring, palm oil, wheat flour, whey, sodium bicarbonate, a leavening agent, and salt are the essential components that, when combined, create the luxurious layers that make up Ferrero Rocher. In particular, Ferrero is very careful when it comes to sourcing these ingredients, particularly the hazelnuts, which are an essential component of the flavor profile of the chocolate. Every single one of these hazelnuts is put through a stringent selection process, which guarantees that only the very best ones are included in the final product. The sourcing and selection process takes into account not only the flavor, but also the consistency of the color, texture, and quality across the millions of chocolates that are produced each day. The first thing that needs to be done in order to make a Ferrero Rocher is to make the delicate wafer ball that will eventually become the candy's crispy center. At this stage of the procedure, a batter is prepared by combining wheat flour, water, sugar, salt, and sodium bicarbonate, among other ingredients. There are times when yeast is added to the wafer in order to give it a lighter texture. However, this is not always required. The batter is deposited into hemispherical molds by automatized machines, and then the molds are transported via conveyor belts into gas ovens that are heated to high temperatures. Using these molds, the batter is baked into wafer shells that are crisp, and then the wafer shells are joined together to form perfect spherical balls. This is the point at which the magic of artificial intelligence starts to materialize. The baking process is monitored in real time by temperature sensors that are driven by artificial intelligence. This is done to ensure that each wafer ball has the same texture, crispiness, and shape. Artificial intelligence algorithms are constantly adjusting the temperature inside the oven, making minute adjustments as required. This level of precision guarantees that every wafer ball will continue to be of the same high quality, thereby removing the possibility of human error and maximizing the effectiveness of the production process. Immediately after the wafer balls have been formed, they are prepared to be filled with Nutella, which is Ferrero's well-known chocolate hazelnut spread. During a separate procedure, hazelnuts are roasted and ground into a paste. After that, they are mixed with sugar, cocoa, and milk to produce this well-like filling. Wafer balls are filled with this decadent hazelnut cream by means of filling machines that are fully automated. Of course, that is not all. A whole roasted hazelnut is inserted into each wafer ball, in addition to the Nutella that is already present. Not only does this hazelnut contribute to the candy's crunch, but it also enhances the nutty flavor, which is what makes Ferrero Rocher so distinctive. When it comes to ensuring that each hazelnut satisfies Ferrero Rocher's stringent standards, artificial intelligence systems play a crucial role. During the process of moving along the conveyor belt, high-resolution computer vision systems examine each and every hazelnut to determine its size, shape, and color. If it is determined that a hazelnut is flawed in some way, such as being too small, misshapen, or discolored, then it is automatically thrown away. This process ensures that only the finest hazelnuts are used in the production of the chocolates, which in turn guarantees that each Ferrero Rocher is of the highest possible quality. The first chocolate coating is the next step in the production process that needs to be completed. As the wafer balls, which are now stuffed with hazelnuts and Nutella, make their way through a curtain of melted milk chocolate, they are served. The smooth texture of the chocolates is a result of this layer, which also serves as the foundation for the subsequent coatings. At this stage, it is absolutely necessary to keep the temperature and viscosity of the melted chocolate at the ideal level in order to guarantee that the chocolate is distributed evenly. This layer's thickness is also very important because it will serve as a foundation for the chopped hazelnut coating that will be applied in the following step. Immediately after the wafer balls have been covered with the first layer of milk chocolate, they proceed to the next step, which is the coating of chopped hazelnuts. This step is responsible for the distinctive crunch that Ferrero Rocher is known for. The wafer balls that are covered in chocolate and are still warm are rolled in hazelnuts that have been finely chopped. As the chocolates travel along the conveyor belt, the chopped hazelnuts are sprinkled on top of them by machines that are automated. The remaining nuts are then brushed off, which ensures that the coating is uniform. Again, artificial intelligence technology guarantees accuracy. The amount of hazelnut coating that is applied to each chocolate is measured by sensors, and automated systems make adjustments in real time to ensure that each chocolate has the ideal amount of nutty coating. After the layer of chopped hazelnuts has been carefully positioned, it is now time to apply the final layer of chocolate coating. Another layer of melted milk chocolate is applied to the wafer balls before they are dipped in it. All of the hazelnuts are protected by this layer, which also imparts a glossy and smooth finish to the chocolate. After the chocolates have been completely assembled and coated, the next step is to wrap them in the distinctive gold foil that Ferrero Rocher uses to make their products instantly recognizable. High-speed machines wrap each individual chocolate in luxurious gold foil, which serves both an aesthetic and protective purpose. And then they are arranged in a neat manner inside of clear plastic boxes, which are then prepared for distribution all over the world. Artificial intelligence technology guarantees that the wrapping process is as effective as it can possibly be. The wrapping machines are equipped with sensors that monitor their speed and alignment. These sensors then make automatic adjustments to ensure that there are no misalignments or packaging jams. This not only helps to speed up production, but it also guarantees that every Ferrero Rocher is beautifully wrapped and ready to be displayed by the end of the day. Before being distributed to retailers, each batch of chocolates produced by Ferrero Rocher is subjected to a stringent inspection process. This is because the company takes great pride in producing chocolates of a consistent and high-quality taste. An advanced artificial intelligence system will perform a final inspection to look for any visual flaws, such as cracks in the chocolate coating, uneven distribution of hazelnuts, or imperfect wrapping. There is a significant amount of quality control that is carried out by machines. However, human taste testers also play an important role. In order to guarantee that the chocolates are up to the exacting flavor and texture standards set by Ferrero Rocher, these professionals meticulously examine each batch. The refined palates of these individuals are able to detect even the most minute variations in flavor, which guarantees that each and every Ferrero Rocher provides the same signature experience. Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning are essential components of this final inspection phase. Before the chocolates reach the packaging stage, advanced image recognition software scans each chocolate to identify any imperfections. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence algorithms analyze the data collected throughout the production process to identify any problems that may have occurred. Ferrero Rocher's iconic gold boxes are only filled with chocolates of the highest possible quality as a result of this two-pronged approach. The distribution network of Ferrero Rocher is nothing short of impressive, considering that the company produces millions of chocolates every single day. In order to ensure that Ferrero Rocher is accessible to chocolate lovers all over the world, the chocolates are packaged in boxes and then shipped to retailers in more than 140 countries. AI, however, is already playing a part in the optimization of the supply chain at this stage. The company is able to better forecast demand, manage inventory, and cut down on waste with the assistance of predictive analytics and machine learning algorithms. Because of this technology, Ferrero Rocher chocolates are guaranteed to be readily available at all times, allowing the company to satisfy customer demand without either overproducing or understocking. Despite its current status as a global powerhouse, Ferrero Rocher was not always that way. Although it was first introduced in 1982, the brand quickly became well known due to the exceptional combination of taste, texture, and luxurious presentation that it offered. From the very beginning, Ferrero Rocher stood out from other chocolates due to the meticulous attention to detail that it displayed. A symbol of indulgence and sophistication, the intricate layers, the quality of the ingredients, and the golden wrapping all contributed to the creation of this masterpiece. Ferrero Rocher is a brand that has become synonymous with luxury and quality, and fans of chocolate all over the world adore this chocolate brand. The commitment of the brand to upholding its high standards, while simultaneously embracing contemporary technologies such as artificial intelligence, guarantees that Ferrero Rocher will continue to be a market leader in the chocolate industry for many years to come. Every day, millions of Ferrero Rocher chocolates are manufactured, which is a remarkable feat of modern technology, skilled craftsmanship, and meticulous attention to detail. Every step is meticulously designed to deliver a consistent and luxurious experience, from selecting the finest hazelnuts to wrapping each chocolate in its signature golden foil. This method ensures that the experience is consistent and luxurious. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you found this in-depth exploration of the world of Ferrero Rocher to be enjoyable. You might be surprised by the journey it takes, starting with cocoa beans picked from farms far away and ending up in your favorite grocery store. Stick with me because today we're taking a deep dive into how this delicious treat is made, from the first step to the last, packed with fascinating details you won't want to miss. If you're into food processing, factories, and behind-the-scenes secrets of how your favorite treats are made, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. A quick history of Cadbury Dairy Milk. From England to American homes. Before we dive into the factory process, let's take a quick detour into the history of Cadbury Dairy Milk. It all started in 1824 when John Cadbury opened up a small shop in Birmingham, England. He didn't start with chocolate bars, he actually sold drinking chocolate. By the 19th century, Cadbury had become one of the most recognized names in the chocolate world, especially after launching the famous Dairy Milk Bar in 1905. Why was Dairy Milk such a game changer? It was the first time a chocolate bar contained such a high concentration of milk, which gave it a uniquely creamy texture and taste that set it apart from competitors. This emphasis on creaminess is what still makes Dairy Milk a favorite around the world today, including here in the United States. In fact, Cadbury Dairy Milk became so popular in the US that it's a staple on grocery store shelves nationwide. Even though Cadbury originated in England, its impact in the US has been significant. Over the years, the American audience has embraced this chocolate as one of its favorites, contributing to the massive global success of the Cadbury brand. The ingredients: cocoa, milk, and sugar. The foundation of great chocolate. Every great chocolate starts with great ingredients, and Cadbury Dairy Milk is no exception. The story begins on cocoa farms, mainly in tropical regions like Ghana and the Ivory Coast. These areas are known for growing some of the world's finest cocoa beans, and Cadbury relies on these beans to give their chocolate its distinctive taste. The cocoa beans are harvested, fermented, and then dried in the sun, which is an important step to develop their flavor. Once dried, the beans are packed into sacks and shipped off to Cadbury factories around the world, including those that supply chocolate to the US market. But cocoa isn't the only key ingredient. Cadbury Dairy Milk wouldn't be dairy milk without, well, milk. In fact, it's the inclusion of a lot of fresh milk that gives the chocolate its signature smoothness and creamy texture. In many factories, local farms supply this fresh milk, which is carefully tested for quality. Finally, we can't forget about sugar. Sugar plays a huge role in chocolate production, balancing out the bitterness of the cocoa and making the flavor sweet and pleasant. Cadbury uses sugar sourced from sugarcane and sugar beet farms, ensuring that each bar has just the right amount of sweetness. These three ingredients, cocoa, milk, and sugar, form the foundation of Cadbury Dairy Milk. Step 1. Roasting the cocoa beans. Once the ingredients arrive at the factory, the magic begins. First up, we have the roasting of cocoa beans. When the beans arrive, they're far from ready to become chocolate. They need to be roasted to develop their flavor. Think of it like roasting coffee beans. The heat brings out all the rich, complex flavors that we associate with high-quality chocolate. In Cadbury factories, this process is controlled with state-of-the-art machines that roast the beans at just the right temperature. If the beans are roasted too long, they can become burnt and bitter. Too little roasting, and the beans don't develop the deep chocolatey taste that we all love. The beans are roasted in large, rotating drums, which ensure that every single bean gets evenly roasted. This is a critical part of the process because the flavor of the roasted beans will directly impact the flavor of the final chocolate product. Cadbury's expertise in roasting is one of the reasons their chocolate has such a consistent, high-quality taste. Once the beans have been roasted to perfection, it's time to move on to the grinding process. The roasted beans are passed through grinders, which break them down into small nibs, tiny pieces of cocoa beans. These nibs are then further ground into a thick, liquid paste known as cocoa mass. This is where the chocolate-making process truly begins. At this point, the cocoa mass is rich and aromatic, but it's not quite chocolate yet. It still needs to be refined and processed further. Cadbury's factory machines handle this step with precision, ensuring that the cocoa mass is ground down into a super smooth texture. Next comes the pressing stage. The cocoa mass is pressed under high pressure to separate the cocoa solids from the cocoa butter. Both components are important for making chocolate. Cocoa butter in particular is crucial for creating that smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture that Cadbury Dairy Milk is famous for. Step 3. Mixing the ingredients. Cocoa, milk, and sugar unite. Once the cocoa mass has been prepared, it's time to mix it with milk and sugar to create the creamy Cadbury Dairy Milk flavor. Fresh milk is brought in from local farms, and sugar is added in precise quantities to balance the bitterness of the cocoa. This step is incredibly important because getting the right balance of cocoa, milk, and sugar is what gives Cadbury Dairy Milk its signature taste. Too much milk and the chocolate becomes too sweet. Too much cocoa and it becomes too bitter. The ratio is key, and Cadbury has perfected this balance over decades of chocolate-making experience. The mixture of cocoa, milk, and sugar is blended together in massive vats, ensuring that all the ingredients are fully integrated. The result? A smooth, creamy mixture that is starting to look and taste more like the chocolate you know and love. Smoothing the mixture. Now that the ingredients are blended, it's time for the conching process. This is where the mixture is stirred and heated for several hours to create an ultra-smooth texture. Conching machines are massive, and they work around the clock to ensure that each batch of chocolate is as smooth as possible. Why is this step so important? Conching allows the chocolate to develop a finer texture by breaking down any remaining particles. It also helps to develop the flavor by allowing any unwanted acids to evaporate, leaving behind the rich, creamy taste that Cadbury Dairy Milk is known for. Depending on the type of chocolate being produced, the conching process can take anywhere from a few hours to up to 24 hours. The longer the chocolate is conched, the smoother and more refined the final product will be. Once the chocolate has been conched, it's time to temper it. Tempering is the process of carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to give it the perfect texture and shine. If you've ever noticed that high-quality chocolate has a shiny appearance and a satisfying snap when you break it, that's all thanks to tempering. During this process, the chocolate is heated to a specific temperature and then cooled down at a controlled rate. This allows the cocoa butter in the chocolate to crystallize properly, which gives the chocolate that smooth, glossy finish. In Cadbury's factories, tempering machines handle this step with extreme precision. If the chocolate isn't tempered correctly, it can end up with a dull appearance and a grainy texture. Not exactly what you want in a chocolate bar. Tempering is a crucial step that ensures the final product has the right consistency, appearance, and mouthfeel. Now that the chocolate has been tempered, it's time to mold it into the iconic Cadbury Dairy Milk bar shape. The tempered chocolate is poured into specially designed molds that give the bars their signature rectangular shape. These molds are precision engineered to ensure that every bar is exactly the same. The chocolate is poured into the molds using fully automated machines, which can handle thousands of bars at a time. The machines work quickly and efficiently, ensuring that each bar is filled to the exact right amount of chocolate. Once the molds are filled, they're passed through a cooling tunnel, where the chocolate hardens and takes on its final shape. These cooling tunnels are kept at a precise temperature to ensure that the chocolate sets properly. Too much cooling, and the chocolate can become brittle. Too little, and it won't set properly. By the end of the step, the chocolate has solidified and taken on the shape of the final Cadbury Dairy Milk bar. If Cadbury is making a variation of dairy milk, such as a bar with almonds or caramel, these ingredients are added during the molding process. For example, almonds are roasted and then added to the liquid chocolate just before it's poured into the molds. This ensures that the almonds are evenly distributed throughout the bar. In the case of caramel-filled dairy milk, the caramel is added in the center of the bar before the final layer of chocolate is poured on top. This ensures that every bite of the bar has a perfect balance of chocolate and caramel. These variations are produced with the same level of precision and care as the original dairy milk bars, ensuring that every version of the product meets Cadbury's high standards. Once the chocolate bars have cooled and solidified, they're ready to be packaged. The packaging process is fully automated, with machines wrapping each bar in the iconic purple wrapper that we all recognize. The wrappers are designed to protect the chocolate from light, heat, and moisture, which could affect its taste and texture. In fact, the packaging is specifically engineered to ensure that the chocolate stays fresh, even if it's sitting on the store shelves for a while. After the bars are wrapped, they're packed into boxes and prepared for shipping. But before they leave the factory, there's one more important step: quality control. Quality control is a critical part of the chocolate-making process. After all, Cadbury has a reputation to uphold, and they want to make sure that every bar meets their high standards. Once the bars are packaged, they go through a series of automated checks. Machines scan the bars for imperfections, such as air bubbles, cracks, or uneven shapes. Any bars that don't meet the standards are discarded or melted down to be reused in the next batch. But the quality control process doesn't stop there. Factory workers also perform random taste tests to ensure that the chocolate has the right flavor and texture. After all, machines can't taste, so it's up to the experts to make sure the product is up to par. Once the chocolate bars have passed the quality control checks, they're ready to be shipped out. The bars are packed into boxes and loaded onto trucks, which transport them to distribution centers. From there, they're sent to stores all across the United States, ensuring that Americans from coast to coast can enjoy their favorite chocolate. The logistics of distributing chocolate are complex, especially when you consider the need to maintain temperature control during transport. Chocolate is sensitive to heat, and if it melts during shipping, it can ruin the product. That's why Cadbury takes extra care to ensure that the chocolate is stored and transported in optimal conditions. In recent years, Cadbury has placed a strong emphasis on sustainability and ethical sourcing. The company is committed to using fair trade cocoa, which means that the cocoa farmers are paid fairly for their work and are provided with resources to improve their communities. Cadbury has also made efforts to reduce its environmental footprint by minimizing water usage and reducing waste in its factories. These initiatives are part of the company's broader commitment to creating a more sustainable future for the chocolate industry. Did you know that Cadbury dairy milk is sold in more than 50 countries around the world? Every year, millions of pounds of Cadbury dairy milk are consumed by Americans, making it one of the most popular chocolate brands in the US. Cadbury was the first chocolate manufacturer to receive the royal warrant from Queen Victoria, making it the official supplier of chocolate to the British royal family. Enjoying this deep dive into the world of Cadbury dairy milk? Make sure to comment with your favorite chocolate flavor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more behind-the-scenes looks at your favorite foods. Heaven, now that you know how Cadbury dairy milk is made, you'll appreciate every bite even more. From the careful roasting of cocoa beans to the precise molding and packaging, every step of the process is designed to create the perfect chocolate bar. Cadbury dairy milk isn't just a treat, it's a product of craftsmanship, technology, and passion. So the next time you unwrap a bar, take a moment to savor the journey that brought it from cocoa farms to your local store. How can companies make millions of strawberry jam jars all taste the same? Today, we'll take you inside a huge factory where new technology and classic tastes make the ultimate strawberry jam. Before we begin, please follow, subscribe, and share for more gourmet stuff that will delight your taste buds like anything. The best strawberry jam starts before the fruit arrive at the facility. The strawberries are carefully grown in the fields. Strawberry health and quality are crucial to a high-grade product. Strawberry farmers follow specific agricultural criteria to grow strawberries in nutrient-rich soil and manage it for optimal development. Modern technology is essential for excellence. Advanced robots help plant strawberry seeds. Each seedling is planted in precisely calibrated pots by these robots for consistent growth. Ideal nutritional balance is achieved by filling containers with soil and organic materials. Sensors on the robots monitor soil moisture levels and automatically regulate plant watering. This precise watering system promotes healthy strawberry growth by preventing overwatering and underwatering. Strawberry plants receive the necessary sunshine, water, and nutrients. Farmers monitor plants for disease and pests and use eco-friendly solutions. Each strawberry is nutritious, juicy, and full of flavor. The exquisite jam that will fill millions of jars starts with these strawberries. After strawberries reach optimum maturity, harvesting begins. But this crop is special. Modern engineering and accuracy are used to pick strawberries in a huge plant that makes millions of jars. Strawberry picking by hand is no longer laborious and time-consuming. Advanced robots do the work with unsurpassed efficiency and care. These robots use delicate clutches to remove strawberries off their stems without hurting or harming them. The clutches can differentiate ripe from unripe strawberries, ensuring that only the best berries are used for jam. Strawberry picking is difficult since the strawberries grow at different levels. Some strawberries are low to the ground, some are high. The robots have multi-level harvesting to handle this. They pick strawberries efficiently and are interesting to watch since they can reach them from wherever. The robots delicately clip each strawberry from its stem as they go across the fields, preserving the fruit. This amount of automation protects strawberry quality as well as speed. Minimizing human handling reduces bruising and contamination. Strawberry harvests are promptly protected and sent to the facility for processing. The outcome is a batch of excellent strawberries for jam. After harvesting, strawberries are taken to the factory for quality tests. This stage is critical for selecting the finest strawberries for the product. Strawberries start at the scale. To guarantee sufficient delivery, the berries are weighed here. Although easy, this step is crucial to jam manufacturing uniformity. The sorting unit receives strawberries after the weighing station. True magic happens here. Manual and computerized tests ensure that only the finest strawberries advance in the sorting process. This is when the strawberries are checked for damage or flaws. Strawberry manufacturing is stopped if it doesn't satisfy factory requirements. But sorting continues. Advanced robots with cutting-edge technology help with quality control. These strawberry robots automatically recognize and remove undesired pieces like the green hull. Robots function with incredible accuracy. The strawberry remains entire because they can remove the shell without hurting the rest. Manual and automatic sorting guarantees that jam-making strawberries are of the greatest quality. These details set this factory different as it seeks to make the greatest strawberry jam. After thorough sorting and quality control, strawberries are ready for washing. Food manufacturing requires cleanliness and safety. Thus, this facility cleans strawberries before making jam. The initial wash removes dirt, sand, and microscopic insects that may have stuck to the strawberries after picking. This is done using water and moderate vibrations. During a fine water mist, a vibrating conveyor belt sweeps off loose particles from strawberries. This gentle method cleans strawberries without damaging them. However, one wash is not enough to provide maximum cleanliness. Specialized sprays or chlorine dioxide misting clean the fruit again. The initial wash may have missed pesticide residues and germs. Therefore, this step is essential. The solution is precisely adjusted to clean strawberries safely. This additional wash guarantees that the strawberries are clean and safe for their future voyage. Cleanliness at the plant goes above statutory standards to ensure that every jar of strawberry jam contains the finest components. After washing and cleaning strawberries, keep their fresh flavor. Strawberries are swiftly frozen utilizing modern freezing equipment. This preserves the strawberries' inherent sweetness and flavor, making jam taste as fresh as when they were collected. To avoid mushy strawberries, freezing is carefully managed. Food-grade containers prevent strawberries from freezer burn and other damage. The canisters are sealed firmly to preserve freshness. Freezing strawberries has two benefits. The facility can make jam year-round, independent of strawberry harvesting season. The factory may preserve strawberries till production by freezing vast quantities. The supply of high-quality strawberries is guaranteed even during off-seasons. Second, freezing preserves strawberry nutrients. Freezing preserves vitamins, antioxidants, and other nutrients, making the product pleasant and healthy. The frozen strawberries are ready for jam manufacturing. After freezing and preserving strawberries, make jam. The magic comes when the manufacturer mixes frozen strawberries with other ingredients to produce the right flavor, sweetness, and texture. Strawberry thaws slowly in big mixing machines. Strawberry form and taste are preserved by the machine's even thawing. The jam's basis is made by gently crushing frozen strawberries to liberate their juices. Sugar is applied to crushed strawberries. Sugar is calibrated to achieve the right sweetness without dominating strawberry taste. Sugar sweetens and preserves jam. Sugar alone won't make the perfect jam. The manufacturer adds pectin. Jam's smooth, spreadable consistency depends on fruit pectin, a natural thickener. Jam without pectin is runny and hard to spread. The pectin dosage is carefully managed to make the jam thick but not rigid. In huge pots, strawberries, sugar, and pectin are cooked. Heating is essential for sugar dissolution and pectin activation. Monitoring the temperature ensures the mixture gets the appropriate consistency without burning or overcooking. A wonderful aromatic strawberry combination is ready for jam. Perfectly cooking the jam mixture is an art. A flavorful, smooth, spreadable texture is desired. The firm must carefully supervise the cooking process to maintain the jam's consistency at this point. The jam mixture is cooked in big, temperature-controlled pots with stirring devices. To maintain the correct combination temperature, the sensors monitor it continually. Too much heat can thicken jam and ruin its taste. It may be too low, causing runny jam. To prevent sticking and guarantee consistent cooking, the mixture is regularly stirred. The stirring breaks down any leftover strawberry fragments, giving a smooth, homogeneous texture. The manufacturer gets the greatest results with manual and automatic stirring. Skilled personnel make changes as machines agitate. Getting the appropriate taste and texture balance is key when preparing jam. The manufacturer taste checks the jam throughout the cooking process to assure flavor and smoothness. The jam's sweetness, flavor intensity, and texture are assessed. Any necessary tweaks are performed immediately to guarantee the final product matches the factory's high standards. After reaching the right consistency, the jam is quality tested. Spread a tiny amount of jam on toast or crackers after cooling. This test lets the factory assess the jam's final texture and spreadability. The jam can proceed with production if it passes this test. After optimal cooking, the jam needs finishing touches before packaging. To get the right consistency and flavor, chill and churn the cooked jam. The jam must be cooled first. After heating, the jam is moved to enormous cooling tanks to cool to room temperature. Slowly cooling the jam prevents sugar crystallization and preserves its glossy look. The cooling tank's gentle stirs keep the jam flowing, preventing it from hardening too rapidly and generating an uneven texture. The jam is churned as it cools to smooth it out and properly combine the components. Churning the jam breaks up air bubbles from cooking, making it thick and spreadable. The manufacturer optimizes outcomes using mechanical and hand churners. The churners simulate hand churning to make jam smooth and lump-free. Jam flavors blend and develop during churning. This procedure helps the strawberry's inherent flavors emerge, creating a rich, deep taste. The manufacturer does a final tasting test to verify the jam has the right sweetness, flavor, and texture. After churning and cooling, jam can be packaged. The warm, silky jam is ready to eat, full of taste. Now that the jam is cool, package it. A huge factory that makes millions of jars of strawberry jam uses a highly automated and efficient packaging process to fill each jar with the right quantity of jam and seal it to retain freshness. Filling jars with jam begins packing. Pumps from cooling tanks feed jam onto automatic filling equipment. These devices fill each jar with the right amount of jam, maintaining uniformity throughout manufacturing. The filling procedure is strictly managed to avoid spills and contamination. The jam is put into the jars quickly and at the appropriate temperature to retain its smooth texture. To preserve freshness, jars are sealed shortly after filling. Fully automated machinery tighten and seal jar lids. Airtight lids keep air and pollutants out of jars. Preserving jam taste and preventing spoiling requires this. After sealing, the jars are washed to eliminate any jam that leaked during filling. This keeps jars clean and attractive on shop shelves. The washing station cleans jars without breaking labels or seals with water and soft brushes. Packaging ends with labeling. A labeling machine puts brand labels on jars. We position and apply labels meticulously for a professional look. The labels contain the product name, ingredients, nutritional information, and expiration date. Each jar is examined for quality after labeling to fulfill the factory's rigorous requirements. Strawberry jam jars are almost ready for retail shipping after being filled, sealed, and labeled. Bulk packing is the final stage before they leave the facility. The jars are carefully packed onto pallets or cartons for shipment. Packaging protects jars throughout shipment, ensuring they arrive in great condition. Packaging the jars firmly prevents movement, which might harm them or their contents. The packaged jars are chilled until transported to retain freshness. Modern refrigeration systems in the factory store jam at the right temperature to preserve flavor and texture. Quality control is crucial from strawberry picking to packing. The business uses strict quality control to ensure every jar of strawberry jam meets the highest flavor, texture, and safety requirements. Quality control is done throughout production. This involves checking strawberries for freshness and quality before processing, monitoring cooking and chilling for uniformity, and assessing the finished product before packaging. Random jam samples are taken by the factory to assess flavor, texture, and safety. Along with these tests, the facility has a staff of quality control professionals that ensure food safety during manufacturing. This involves checking for pollutants, sanitizing manufacturing equipment, and auditing the production process. The manufacturer guarantees high-quality strawberry jam by following tight quality control procedures, ensuring consumers a delightful product. Now more than ever, sustainability is crucial, and the factory takes its environmental obligations seriously. The strawberry jam industry uses numerous eco-friendly methods to lessen its environmental effect and promote sustainability. One important approach is water recycling. From washing strawberries to cleaning equipment, the industry consumes a lot of water. The plant uses a cutting-edge water recycling technology to gather and filter spent water for cleaning and other non-critical activities. The plant reduces its carbon impact using energy-efficient technology and lighting. Electricity-efficient motors run the production lines, while the factory's lighting system saves electricity. The firm also uses renewable electricity to reduce its environmental effect. Finding sustainable sources for ingredients is another crucial part of the factory's sustainability initiatives. For instance, the jam's sugar comes from sustainable farms. This guarantees high-quality ingredients and promotes environmentally friendly farming. Advanced technology, especially AI and automation, makes strawberry jam making fun. These technologies have transformed jam making, improving efficiency, uniformity, and quality. AI is essential for production monitoring and optimization. Smart algorithms monitor every step of manufacturing, from sorting strawberries to altering cooking timings. Real-time data informs these systems' decisions, assuring optimal production efficiency. AI analyzes strawberry quality during sorting. The device can detect even minor flaws and immediately eliminate strawberries that don't satisfy manufacturing requirements. Manual sorting cannot attain this accuracy. Production also relies on automation. Fully automated machinery fills, seals, and labels jars at the plant. These machines are precise, filling each jar with the right amount of jam and sealing it firmly to maintain freshness. AI and automation boost efficiency and eliminate waste. Optimizing the production process lets the plant make more jam with less resources, making it more sustainable. After packaging, strawberry jam is sent to shops. The plant has an excellent distribution and logistics infrastructure to get the jam to consumers swiftly and securely. The first step in distributing jars is palletizing them. The jars are securely placed to avoid movement during shipping. Pallets are put into refrigerated trucks to preserve the jam's proper temperature during shipment. Transportation suppliers and the factory's logistics staff work together to deliver the jam on schedule and in pristine shape. Advanced logistics software lets the team track shipments in real time and make modifications to prevent delays. International shipping requires cold chain management. The plant employs cutting-edge refrigeration to keep the jam fresh for global distribution. The cold chain management system keeps jam at a constant temperature, preventing taste and texture fluctuations. Strawberry jam arrives on shop shelves after meticulous production, packaging, and shipping. But the road continues. The firm works closely with merchants to promote the jam and reach as many customers as possible. The factory's marketing staff creates in-store displays, promotions, and advertising campaigns for the jam. These initiatives boost sales and publicity, ensuring the jam reaches a large audience. After the jam hits the market, people must like it. This huge factory's strawberry jam, spread on toast, baked, or eaten straight from the jar, combines contemporary technology, traditional workmanship, and excellence. Strawberry jam's journey from fields to breakfast is a fascinating mix of traditional and contemporary farming. From planting to packing, every step is intended to provide the freshest, tastiest jam. Remember the extraordinary trip strawberry jam had to reach your table as you eat a spoonful. Behind every jar are committed farmers, engineers, and food scientists trying to provide the greatest product. Expect more behind-the-scenes views at your favorite items if you're inquisitive about other foods' production. Whether you spread it on toast, add it to yogurt, or use it in a dish, you can appreciate the hard effort and inventiveness that goes into preparing strawberry jam, which sweetens your day. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an inside look into the world of food processing. Drop a comment below on what your favorite ice cream flavor is, and we'll see you in the next video.